Hi, I'm Jubak, and welcome to this week's Quick Pick video. This week's Quick Pick is Alphabet, aka Google. I always still call the company Google. Okay. I think right now you've got a chance to pick up an extraordinarily good stock. There are stocks with pricing power. So when you talk about Procter & Gamble, you say, oh, okay, so those cute little Sherman bears mean that Sherman has a huge amount of shelf space and a huge amount of mind share, so they can raise their prices. There are also a few companies that operate, pretty close to monopolies. I mean, Google doesn't have a monopoly of the search business, but hey, 85% of the search market comes pretty damn close. And while governments look like they're inclined to nibble around the edges of this, including especially in the European Union, it doesn't look like they're going to do much nibbling here in the United States. So companies like that have the ability to generate outsized profits for themselves, which means eventually for consumers and investors, or not consumers, but investors. So what you want to do with a stock like this is you want to buy it when there have been doubts about it. So if you look at a chart, Google has essentially been flat for a good part of the year. So this is May through June. And really the worries were, a lot of this was sort of like Microsoft was anointed by the market as being the big AI stock, the leader, and they're adding AI to their Bing search engine, and it was going to have a huge impact on Google, and that was hitting at the same time as Google was seeing some problems because of slowdown in the advertising market, and it looked like, hey, this is sort of plateaued for a while. Now, again, if you look at the chart, what we've seen is this incredible rocket, and this has been sort of had a stamp of approval put on it by second quarter earnings. What we saw in the second quarter is we saw a return to revenue growth from YouTube. We saw momentum in the cloud business. We saw increases in search. So second quarter revenue was up 7% year to year. Cloud revenue grew 28%. Operating margins, something you always want to see in a business like this, grew to 29% from 28%. So right now, Morningstar is saying, hey, given those results, this stock is about 17% undervalued. Google is a member of my long-term 50 stocks portfolio. I'm going to add it to my 12 to 18 month JubakPicks portfolio shortly after this goes up. So I think this is a good time to pick up a long-term winner at a relatively reasonable price. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do our next one. Subscribing is free. You can also get my JubakPicks.com site, which has got 3 portfolios, and that's for free. And I'll have the long-term portfolio and then the 12 to 18 month portfolio with Google in it. Or you can subscribe to my Jubak AM site, which has got 6 portfolios, including those 2 and 4 more, and do some ETFs and some options. And you'll find links to all that down below. Thanks so much for watching.